Hey guys, Aaron here. Today we're going to be replacing the rear shocks on a Nissan Titan. Now these procedures and parts will work through years 2004 through 2015. This particular truck is a 2004 with about 200,000 miles, and we are getting some oil leakage out of both the right and the left shocks. Now today, just for demonstration purposes, we're going to be taking off the rear tires, of course jacking the vehicle up using properly rated jack and jack stands. You don't have to take the tires off, but I actually like to, just so I can go in there and inspect the rear brakes and the parking brake and everything like that. So before we begin, let's go ahead and go over the parts and the tools we're going to need to get the job done. So today we're going to need a 1/2 inch ratchet, we're going to need a 3/4 or 19 millimeter open end wrench, we're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, a 19 or 3/4 inch impact socket. When we're using my impact gun, you don't have to have one of these, you could use a ratchet, they work just fine, and of course some penetrating oil. And of course we'll need our rear shock absorbers as well. For this particular truck, in this instance, I'm going to be using Kyb XLG model shocks. These are a little bit more of a stiffer shock. Since this truck tows a lot and always has a load in the bed, I want a little more of a stiffer shock for the rears. Now also there's Bilstein 5100 series shocks. I really highly recommend those shocks as well. Those are a good all-around everyday truck shock. I'll go ahead and post a link in the description for both shocks where you can go and get good prices on them. So now that we have jacked up the vehicle and taken off the tire, we're ready to get busy on the shock absorber. Now what I like to do first is just take a little bit of penetrating oil and soak down the threads. The threads are actually going to be inside of the frame, and what we're looking at here is just the bolt head. Now here in the desert Southwest, we don't really have a lot of ice and snow, but chances are if you live in the southern states or up in New York or something like that, you're going to have some rust on these bolts. Just go ahead and soak them down, that way we're not fighting ourselves as far as taking them off. So now using both a 19 millimeter wrench and a 19 millimeter socket, we can remove the lower bolt. Now with using a 3-inch extension and an impact socket, we can go ahead and remove the upper bolt. Now one quick note, if you're using the KYBs, they come with this little band around him here. What I like to do is I like to install the top bolt first and then undo the band, and you'll notice that the shock absorber slowly starts to grow. Then you can put your bolt in the lower portion and you don't have to fight to push back the shock absorber. Now that our top bolt's in, we can go ahead and put in the lower. Now that we've wrapped up with the driver's side, it's time to move over to the passenger side. And what we're going to have to do is remove this plastic cover to gain access to the bolt hole on the passenger side. And as you can see with that removed, we have a lot better access to the top mounting bolt. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope this video has helped you out. Make sure to check the links in the description for some shock absorbers you guys can buy. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave something in the comment section. See you next time.